Hello there, you adorable internet and you amazing creatures of the beyond. We are going to make two mouse cursors today. I had some ideas. These are some of the previous that I have modded for Starsector. Well, this didn't make the cut, but I was playing around. It's kind of a mess here, but we'll deal around. Let's move this lower so we don't interfere. I'm only keeping them for the orientation, so I know how to position them and the size because they have to be a certain size and so on. I am still not done with the grinding in Starsector because there is some new things that I have uncovered there, and I shall explain when we get there. I got a lot of blueprints, a lot of ships, just exploring, doing a few battles here and there, but nothing too crazy. So it's boring grinding. You're not missing out on much. I just got more of the same that I had before, but in bigger abundance. And I'm almost to my target score to start the colonies, or at least one colony. And we shall go through some methods of how we can evolve from there. But that's for that specific episode. Now, let's play with our cursor. So what I've did here was basically create a shape like this, and then I gave it a mirror symmetry. Nothing fancy. So the crazy part is going to be for us to make this look cool. So I have some ideas, but we shall see. These are going to be the template. We're going to duplicate them. We shall see how we evolve from here. So. Let's make this full screen. For the first one, let's move this lower. I'm thinking like we should round these corners. So we can go something. Oh, I already placed. I was already thinking of it. So we could kind of round them like so. Just drag this a bit. Maybe more. Let's see. Doesn't look too great on this side. Let's push it a bit inwards. And maybe like this. Okay, that looks acceptable. Not perfect, but acceptable. Kind of has to be in continuation of that line, like this. But yeah, I cannot particularly get. Maybe if I push it a bit more. And now if I press it, it's just nagging on my brain right now. And this is more like eye oriented. Okay, it looks okay. We don't need to go too wild. And I'm doing them like this because it's easier to work on this angle rather than incline them and work that like that. But since we're working with symmetry, we only have to do it on one side. So let's do this on this side as well. Thinking this one should be something like this. We just delete this, and then we push a bit these anchor points, maybe more. Just so it looks natural. Whoops. Pressed the wrong buttons. The wrong buttons. There was a way to kind of move them along the path, but I'm just gonna delete this one and extend it like so. Yeah, I think this will work. Let's see how it looks. We don't need to go too wild. Maybe this one is more. Maybe we need more. Then we're gonna go more. Ah, yeah, that looks okay. Okay, that looks better. And here, let's save. Just gonna do something similar. Whoa, 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 why did you do this? Okay, that doesn't look too good. What have I done? Okay, fixed. I think I know what I've done. And I don't think I did it really good because I think, and this is just me thinking, that I should push it like this. How does it look? I think it needs way more than this. So we should go something like this. And move this forward. Well, I could have, whatever. Maybe I'm making it a bit too fat. I think just a tiny bit more. Yeah, I kind of like this. And I don't know, here we could, let's see, does it work? I think that works. I don't know if we should round this. Let's try. Let's see how it looks at least. Again, I'm just eyeballing it. I'm not even measuring or making perfect perfect symmetry here. But sometimes a little error here and there can take us a long way. I like it. Yeah. It just needs to be subtle, just not sharp corners. It counts. Okay, so we can take this. Let's duplicate it. Why am I in trace bitmap? Let's combine it so we have only one shape. And I'm thinking now, what if, what if we create a border out of it? I hope it doesn't mess up things. But let's duplicate this. Let's create a border. Let's make it maybe a 5. Maybe a 7 would look better. Let's see. Or an 8. I think an 8 looks perfect. And we're going to take this. We're going to go to path and stroke to path. And now we can see that our stroke, is it? Oh, damn it. Yeah, I forgot. Control Shift G to ungroup because it creates an internal. Actually, that's good that it creates an internal thing, because now we can remove the one in the background. And this one is on top. Huh. Let's undo. And let's rethink. Because actually, no. Can I go forward? What was the forward? I always forgot forward, Control Shift Z. Forward. Oh, that's it? Whatever. Just remove this, Control Shift G. And we could actually, since this one is kind of fat, if I'm gonna put it on top, it's gonna look like this. There are ways to overcome this. We can go with offset and just go into the negative value. But I think it's gonna mess up things over here. Actually, no. Or yes? Yeah, it's messing things over there. New idea. The new idea is that we're going, I see. What if we take this, we go on top, actually no, duplicate it, create a duplicate, and actually not a mask, maybe we need to cut out of it. Let's see, if we cut out of it, what happens? Okay, that seems to do the trick. Let's make sure there are no edges bleeding out. Yeah, I kind of like it. Maybe we'll still have to play with the thickness. We shall see. But actually, is it too thick? Yeah, looks like a freaking triangle. Okay, that's a problem. Let's rethink this strategy. Maybe if we push it more in like this. That's too much. Maybe too much. Maybe something like this. Yeah. I think that looks better. That looks more like a mouse cursor. So again, let's remove some of these things. Duplicate this. And what should we do? Did we do like a duplicate? Actually, we don't need to duplicate. We just need to create a path. A border. I said 8. We're going to stroke to path. Control Alt C. And then I'm gonna just ungroup. Actually, I don't even need to ungroup. I can go inside. I can take this, get down. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Duplicate this. Select this with this. Remove this. Perfecto. Now, relating to color. Let's go with something very light. First of all, let's create a background here. Yeah, I should have made maybe a screenshot from the game just to see how it looks in the game, but we shall see about that later. So maybe, well, let's reduce this value from black to just a bit more lit up. We're going to remove this border. Let's put it on the back. Okay, so this is going to have a darker color. I'm trying to kind of do the same pattern, but what we're going to do here, we're going to give opacity 50%. So this mouse is gonna be see-through. I'm thinking like the mouse should distract as little as possible when you're doing your actions. Of course, I'm gonna tweak this when I'm gonna go into the game because I have to make sure it looks as good as possible. But what else could we do here? Maybe we can do a gradient on it. Although it's gonna be 50% here, 50% here. But here we're going to go into the darker value. And maybe a bit more to the darker side. And here, well, that can be like that. And maybe we can reduce some of this value here. It's a bit too, okay, something a bit more desaturated. Not by much, maybe a bit darker, let's see. No. Oh, something like this. Or maybe should it be more unsaturated? But then what if we make it a little whiter? Create sort of a contrast between dark and light, and that can pop up the mouse cursor better. Oh, I kind of like this. And what if... This is gonna be difficult though. What if we do this duplicate over here and I go with some blur? Some neon lighting, just something subtle. I can go even stronger. I think a 20 with 60 should look okay. Maybe a bit stronger. Maybe like an 80. It's difficult to get right. 90 doesn't look bad either. 100 looks a bit too smudgy. It's always difficult to get the right value here. I'm just trying to kind of eyeball it. Let's just go with 80. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Not too shabby, not too shabby. I'm just curious now. It's, for example, if I duplicate this and I put it underneath, maybe 50% is too much. Let's go with 70. Even 80. What about 90? But if I'm gonna do this, we're still going to need to close these values down. Maybe a 70 here. and sort of like a 50-ish here. Now let's see. I kind of like it. Doesn't need to be see-through all the way, although we could go even harder. But I think just like leaving some transparency through the mouse makes it interesting. Okay, okay, I'm happy with the results here. I think we should use the same length mouse as here. Let's delete this. Let's do, oh shoot. Ah well, this is gonna be sneaky because I wanted to make sharp edges on this one. Then there are some ways to remove those curves, but it's much faster if I just redo it. So something like this. Did I press it? Yeah. This. Maybe a bit higher or something. I don't know. We shall see. We'll play with the values. So this one should be around here. This one, maybe I should move it down. Let's go full opacity. Let's go, I don't know, the same color. Kidoki. So we kind of need to align this too. I mean, it's easy to align. We can just select this and just go to align. And align like so. Maybe this one a bit higher. And then we just do the same. We are going to give a mirror. And for this one, I'm kind of thinking of trying. Let's make it hollow inside. So if I'm gonna try to make it hollow, I could just duplicate it, use an offset. I'm just gonna use this as a template for now. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to save first so we don't have any issues. We're gonna duplicate it. We're going to combine it. I suppose this is gonna be the final shape. Let's duplicate it again and let's offset it. And let's make this a, I don't know, different color, a bit darker. And let's go something like maybe more. Let's go something like this. Okay. I'm thinking of something. So let's go 4.5. And I have an idea, but let's see how I can put it in practice. I'm thinking of, hey, oh, I kind of have to combine it, sorry. So I was thinking like moving this higher. And then, shoot, this is gonna be horrible. because I don't have a mirror symmetry on it. Let's create something like this. Cut it out and let's do a mirror symmetry. And we're going to fuse the paths and link their style in case we want to do something like that. And I'm thinking, why don't we just cut this corner somehow? And actually try to make it sharp like this. Maybe if we push this one higher and this one as well, and maybe push this one lower and push this one maybe like something like so. I don't know, I'm thinking of an interesting shape inside. Probably not respecting the parallelism here, but I'm not too keen on parallelism. I kind of like this shape. I'm kind of thinking like cutting into it, maybe like so. What if we push this something like this? Kind of plain. But again, symmetry. But whatever. Let's just see what happens if I'm gonna do this. Interesting. I could try to go with. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do symmetry on this one as well. So let's get ourselves this. We're going to remove this. We're going to add symmetry. Again, fuse. So, what if we cut these corners now? And I try to implement a higher thing here. And I'm gonna go with what I did earlier. We're just plotting right now. Let's forget that is. What is this? You aren't supposed to be there. What if we do it something like this? I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look bad. Something's missing though. What if we skip the symmetry and just kind of eyeball it here? Something like so. Kind of like this shape. Maybe a bit bigger. So I'm trying to keep these lines parallel. But again, something is missing. What could be missing on this shape? Let's try to push this a bit inwards, make sure they're both aligned. Seems they are. This ones could also be aligned. And what if we move them a bit higher and a bit closer? Maybe we should move them a bit like so. A big, I don't know. Okay. Maybe I should align this to this. And if I push it like this. Huh. Okay, okay, kind of like this. Maybe we should lower it then. And kind of go like so. Use a guide. Yeah, I kind of like this. Maybe push this a bit more. Okay. Again, something is missing. What is missing? Still don't like this. Maybe higher. Ah, I messed it up. Sorry. Oh, come on. Enable yourself. I think we're missing something here. Let's try something crazy. Let's go with something like, I don't know, like this, this, and maybe like this. Ah, I forgot that this needs to be reapplied or something. It's a bit tricky. How did I do it? Oh, where's my path? Oh no, oh no. Oh shoot, this is bad. Yeah, no, I need to create topography, the geometry manually. We're not allowed to cut through it. Okay, something like so. Let's see how it looks. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. If I try to push this like so. Not too shabby. I like it. I kind of like also the green. But we said we want to... Let's see how it looks if we are going to... Just a second, where are you? Let me check. Okay. I'm looking like to see if everything is alright in stream, because sometimes it makes flickers and weird stuff. Whatever. Everything is alright. Just gonna put it like so. And like so. And setting it on the other screen so I see it better. Good. So now, interestingly enough, I was thinking of duplicating both of them. And I'm gonna take this shape and extract it from this shape. Oh. And let's see. First things first, I think we need to make it a bit higher. What's this? What are you? What the hell are you? Okay, that's not okay. You're not okay either. I don't know, some duplicates in here for some reason. Okay, I think everything is all right now. So make this a bit higher. And now maybe, what if we cut the top as well? Or maybe if we go something, damn it. Well, just for experimental purposes. How do I make it? No, not like that. Damn it, sometimes I just like... Well, yeah, you get the idea. No, it looks horrible. Maybe if I cut the top though. I think it looks better with a sharp edge. But what if... Let's put this in the center. What if... we create a shadow on it. So in order to create a nice shadow on it, we're going to need to do something like so. And let's make, I don't know, which color should I make it? I'll kind of kept the blue. And I also have to make a red version with smaller. Yeah, well, whatever. These are the files from the game, so we'll set those later. But this is orange. I was thinking of making it metallic, but maybe it's too much on the nose. Yeah, probably gonna stick with the blue. Oh, this is actually a nice color. But I think I respected it here. Yeah. Let's try metallic. Let's try metallic. So if we're going to go metallic, let's do something, I don't know, around this value, maybe. And you're gonna be around this value. Too much? I think this is all right. So in this case, we're just gonna duplicate this. We're going to combine them. And we have a shadow that's on top of this. Now, shadows can be tricky because what if we want to make a highlight here? So what if we go like this? And I don't know, we do a highlight that ends around here. Like so. And let's see, maybe I should push it a bit higher. Oops, not both of you, only one of you. This one needs to be here. And that looks really nice. Maybe even higher. Give it sort of an edge to hang on to. Now, we could actually lower the volume, the value on this. Let's go with something a bit darker. Like so. I don't want to jump too high into it. And that means that I'll need to create a darker value on this side. So in this case, I'm just gonna duplicate this. I'm gonna just snug it on this side, and we're going to go with something a tiny bit darker like so. Not too much. And we have like this 3D thing. Let me remove this line. Yeah, that looks okay-ish. And in this case, why shouldn't we do the same for this part? Well, let me bring the line back. So we're going to do something similar. I don't know, something like this. We're going to use the same color. And then let's push this value. Let's duplicate this and use this value. Could even use gradients, but since these details are going to be so small, they're not gonna matter that much. Yeah, I like it. I like it. It looks more three-dimensional. What else could we do on this? What if we do a gradient on this side? So we're gonna take this and I don't know, push something like so, but I don't like it. Let me use this as a base for the color. So a gradient, we're gonna push it around so. So we're going to use U and U. And on this part, we're going to lower the value a bit. Just a tiny bit. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, I like that. And in this case, we can kind of apply the same effect over here. I'm also gonna use you as a base. But, interesting. How should I approach this? I think it's better if I Let's duplicate this and let's duplicate this and cut it out of this. So we have something on top, and now we're going to apply a gradient. It's gonna try to use the same values, of course, but we're going to be sneaky here, and here we're going to lighten it up just a tiny bit. Not too much. Okay. Maybe I should lower the value here. So I can lower the value here. Let's see. Yeah, that's much better. And what else? We could kind of create this, but I think that's a bit overkill. What if we create a highlight over here? But, oh, actually, no. You know what? What if we do like an edge on this side? Because here is kind of plain. I don't know if I should start from here. Nah, that's a tricky one. I think... Tricky. I'm thinking. Well, let's try it. I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna disable the... Okay, that's maybe a bit too far. Something like this, and like this, and then we can go out. Doesn't matter. So we can duplicate this and we combine it, and there we go. We get something like so. But in this case, well, this one is kind of strong here. Let's make it a bit more subtle. Oh. Something like so. And what if we make this kind of a same color, but we lighten it just enough to know there is a edge over there that ends. It's kind of like the reflection on the other side. And we can duplicate this. We go on this other side and we use this color and just actually, what if we keep it kind of a bit darker? Did I remove this? Oh, I forgot to put it on top. Okay, and that means I also I forgot to add this one on top. Okay, that's starting to look like something. We don't need you anymore. Maybe I should push this a bit stronger. Just for a better value. I'm gonna move you down. Let's duplicate you again. Bam, bam, bam. That kind of looks neat. Just needs to give the shape, the outline, so we can kind of have a bit of volume in it. Now, the edges could stay simple. I don't mind that. We don't want to put too many details to kind of impoverish it. We just want to make to make the transition easy when you're hovering over stuff, so you can kind of see where the mouse begins, but you can also see the outline. Let's try something subtle here. Let's try a hard outline. Sorry, not outline. I mean, you know what I mean. You don't know what I mean? I don't know what I mean. A highlight. Be like so. We're gonna go something similar to this. Now let's give it a blur. No, that's too much. Maybe a bit less. Maybe a 5. Oops. And still too much. Needs to be subtle. What if I just snap it on? It's difficult to get the right value. Okay, that just gives it enough to look like there is something shiny on the corner. Maybe it is a bit too subtle, but I try not to make too many details, otherwise you're going to distract the eye too much. Okay, kind of like that. And maybe we can apply the same effect over here. I don't know, something like this, like this. And we go with the same color and 5% blurriness. Maybe this one needs to be a bit more white. Or maybe a bit more prominent. Okay. Yeah, that gives it a bit of shininess over there. Hey, hey. Something like so. Okay. I'm trying to figure if it's too strong, maybe a bit darker. Not by much, but just enough. Yeah, I think this looks okay-ish. We can also give it a blur if we want to enhance the edges a bit. So in this case, I need to duplicate this. And let's go with a tiny blur, like so. And I said tiny. Maybe 13, 12. Which one are you? It just gives it enough shine to be there. Maybe we'll go with a 10. I don't know, I might play with the colors, see what mixes. Actually, I might need to play with the colors to go to something more bluish. Hmm. Well, in this case, let me see, because these are kind of neutral colors. Let's try to go towards the blue. Let's see what happens. So we might want something like, I don't know, very desaturated. Actually interesting. Chromatic blue. That's a cool one. And maybe we go with something like so. Uh, I don't know. Oh, come on, go back. No, I kind of like it plain. I still need to make a red version in case you go over something that's prohibited. But I kind of like it. Okay, so now I just have to set this position and blah, 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 blah. But I think it looks okay. I'm not sure how it will look in the game. I still have to test it, but got some really nice results here. Okay, guys. I'll see if I can finish today with the grinding. Maybe we play later Starsector, or if not today, tomorrow. But I still haven't reached the target credit count that I wanted, because there's still so many blueprints to steal and buy, and it costs a lot of credits. I think I've already spent over 10, 15 million credits, even more than that, just on doing just buying ships. And I'm constantly around 1.5 2 million credits, which is enough to start our colony. But since I have wages to pay, like I pay around 50K a month on wages for the personnel and the administrators and officers. So it's kind of a time clock there. So I have to create something sustainable, and I have ways to do it, but I'm kind of trying to fix everything. And then when we start, because when we're going to start with our colony, it's going to drain us of money, and I'm still gonna do the babysitting for the colony off screen because there is a lot until they grow. And then and I'm trying to approach the game this way because doing the missions and I mean finishing the quests and everything kind of feels bland afterwards, just babysitting around and running. It feels very monotonous. That way I can sort of like do missions in the meantime and kind of also go in and intervene when we need to keep our colony alive and so on. So it's something to do in between. That's why I kind of try to approach it this way. And I wanted to gather enough resources and enough of a fleet to kind of fend off any intruders or to kind of bribe our way out of various situations. We shall see. There are quite a bit of there's quite a bit of story and action left in there, even though I did most of the exploring. And we can still do exploring because it's not done yet. I still have to find some blueprints, and I'll show you guys some tricks on how to get the blueprints easy. Uh, but enough of that. I'll go play with these cursors, prepare them in my quality of life mod, and I'll update it later. You guys stay awesome. Catch you in the next episode. Bye 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 bye.